3 weeks, we're going to be working on leg locks, right? And there are a lot of nice setups for leg locks in the gi, okay? And the cool part about doing leg locks in the gi is it's easier to lock your opponent into position so they can't go anywhere, right? Because you guys know, like, no gi, when going for leg locks, everything gets slippery, people are jumping around and stuff like that. Well, it's a lot less slippery when I can grab collars and grab cuffs and stuff, right? Okay, so we're gonna go over a knee bar, but before we do that, we're gonna go over strong positioning and then how we're gonna set up our knee bar. Because I think that one of the things that we don't do enough of is work on setups. We'll just show a technique and then it's just out in space and then we just try a technique and don't know how to set it up and then it doesn't work and then we don't think the technique works, you know what I mean? So we're in half guard. When I'm in half guard, guys, I'm on my side. My chest isn't up facing him. This is not a guard, okay? I'm here, right? Now what I want my top arm, I want to have a cross collar grip, fingers in. I want to put my index and my middle finger around the collarbone level. That's how high I want it, okay? My other hand is going to be grabbing the wrist, grabbing the cuff, checking something like that, right? Now the most important part is what this top knee is doing. This top knee, when I grab my cross collar grip, my knee is gonna go right behind my hand. Sorry, right behind my hand like this, right? It's gonna be a frame right behind my hand. The reason I like this position is because now with my knee protecting my hand, it's a lot harder for me to break that grip, right? With either hand. That make sense? Okay. So now from here, we're gonna do the whole balance breaking thing first, the off balancing. What I really want, I wanna take him to my left, his right? But in order to do that, to help me do that, I'm gonna off balance him to my right, his left, so he starts to compensate and then I help him move back more. That makes sense? Right? So from here, guys, all we're gonna do, before that, bottom leg. Sorry guys, bottom leg. I want my bottom leg in. I don't wanna be so deep that my knee is past his leg line, his knee line, excuse me. I want my knee in line with his knees, so I'm not too deep. Okay? And then that foot's not really doing nothing. Some people hook the leg and all that. I don't do any of that. I do a little hamstring curl to pull my leg to myself. Okay? So we're here, here, and here. Okay? Now, all I'm gonna do for my setup, and we're gonna practice this, guys, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap his arm and I'm gonna kick into his armpit, just like this, right? And I'm gonna bring it up, I'm doing it slow so you guys can see it, but look, that's all I'm doing. Because if you do this, if I do this, he wants to come back, okay? So, all we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna set this up, guys. Look, my knee is on the back of my hand, right? I'm on his wrist. I do a little kick, and then right as I kick, I'm not waiting to feel him come back. All I'm gonna do is bring my knee in front of my hand. That makes sense? That's all I want you guys to do at first, right? So look, we're here. Look, all it is this. Right there. That make sense? Questions? You need to see that? Let's get it, guys. 1, 2, 3. All right. Anybody have a problem with that part of it? Okay. So, we got to our position. And guys, when I'm the first position, this is a frame. I'm not just letting him smash it and bringing my hips to me. I'm using this to keep him off of me, keep his weight off of me, right? I have my fingers in, cross collar grip, and I like putting my knee, the inside of my knee on the back of my hand. It protects it a little bit, right? Now from here, guys, again, I'm just slapping. I'm not keeping because I don't want to sweep him, right? I know where I'm going. So I'm gonna slap, I'm gonna extend, right? Now the minute I extend, I'm not waiting for him to come back or to feel him coming back. As soon as I do this, I'm bringing my knee in front of my hand. So now it was the back of my knee was in the back of my hand, now it's in front of my hand, okay? And the reason for that is because that's gonna help me bring him the other way, right? So here, right, and I go here. Now from here, guys, I'm doing two things at the same time. I'm gonna be opening up with my knee, then extending it out, right, my shin out, as I underhook his leg, right? What's gonna happen is this, if he doesn't wanna fall on his face, he's gonna windmill this arm over my leg and he's gonna put his hand on the mat, right? So we're here, I go for my little mini sweep, boom. Now, as soon as I get here, I get here. You see how he put his hand on the mat, right? Now, from here, guys, what I need to do is I'm pulling with my arm and I'm pushing with my shin into his armpit. Rusty, can you get up? Can you posture up? Yeah. He can't posture up, guys, right? I'm not grabbing close. I wrapped around his knee. That make sense? Let's do it for this angle right here too. So, again, we're here, right? I got my cross collar grip, and I'm protecting my wrist and my hand with my knee, right? I go for my little bull sweep, boom, I get my knee in front of my hand, I open up, push it down. See, I open up, push it down. Look, my hip's off the mat, guys. You see how my butt's off the mat? I'm projecting all of my force into his armpit with my shin, and I'm pulling with my cuff grip, and my arm went to his knee, to right here. That make sense? Can we get here? Questions? You want to see it? Okay. Let's get it, guys. 1, 2, 3. So a couple things, guys. When I bring him over, right, I'm not bringing him over here and then grabbing for the leg, right? I want it to be one motion, right? So, boom, right? I bring this in. Now, what I don't want to take him over and then look for the leg, okay? Because it might or might not be there, right? Also, partner on top. Did you notice how when he was falling that way, he didn't fall over? What he did is he brought his hand over my leg and posted his hands on the mat. That's what people that do jiu-jitsu are going to do. They're not going to fall over usually, right? So let's make sure we're being good partners. Okay, so off balance, bring him in, open it up as I grab there. And I'm wrapping as deep as I can around his knee, guys. One of the things you always want to try to do, you always want to grab people where they bend. There's always a better grip where they bend, okay? So I'm here, right? Now, the next thing I'm gonna do immediately, I stopped here just to show you guys, but the next thing I do is, my back leg, I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna chop down right on the middle of his butt. Chop down, okay? Because now, this controls his posture even more, this hamstring curl, right? So now, the next thing I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna let go of this collar grip, get this leg out, and go here, right? Now, this is an important one, guys, right? I don't want to knee bar right here. Right? I don't think you're not getting at a good point for leverage, right? So I want to get him to the side. So this is how we can give somebody a little bit of motivation to go to the side. I'm going to clasp his leg as tight as I can at the knee. I'm going to reach over and I'm going to grab under his leg. Now, with the knee bent, I'm going to pull it to the side a little bit. What this does is it makes him want to go to the side. Then I'm in my knee bar. Now, did you feel the motivation? So guys, look, what I'm doing is I'm tight at his knee. I don't want a straight leg, right? And the cool part is, neither does he, okay? You're not gonna have any problems bending this leg because he doesn't want it straight because this feels like it could possibly be a knee bar right here, right? So look, I'm around the knee. Look, I reach in front of my face and under his foot. I'm not grabbing ankle, grab the foot, right? Bend a little bit and then just turn it a little bit. This will make him roll. Now, once I'm on my side, guys, this is the way I like to finish knee bars. I wrap like a rear naked choke grip, right? I grab my own bicep, so bottom arm grabs, my head's on the foot, bottom arm grabs, my top arm goes around like rear naked choke, and then I grab the heel. I like grabbing the heel, guys, because once I grab the heel, I know he can't rotate anywhere. That makes sense? And from here, guys, I pinch my knees, elbows tight, and then I just hip forward, right there. So the sequence is, guys, the off balancing, bring him across, underhook, right? Framing off, that inside leg chops down right on the middle of his butt crack. Then you can let go of the collar, bring the other leg out, grab the foot and take him to the side. That make sense? Questions? Let's get it. 1, 2, 3. Here, 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 here. Okay, so we've arrived at our knee bar. Can you see me? Right? Okay, so we've arrived at our knee bar, and guys, you know, I'm not grabbing with my hand. I'm wrapped with my arm, right? Now, the braking mechanics, the first thing I want to make sure he can't do is rotate, right? Because the way he's going to save himself is to turn his knee up, so against, you know, or turn his knee down somewhere where his knee is not up against my hip, or, you know, straight against my hip, so I can pressure it, right? So I'm here. The first thing I like to do is I put my head on the foot. I lay my head on it, right? That way now, that's stopping him from turning his foot up. So now he's not coming this way. That makes sense, right? So now, from here, what I like to do, guys, and there's a bunch of ways to finish. I like to just wrap tight, look, and then my other hand comes and I cut the heel, right? Because what I've learned is if I just hold everything here and knee bar, I can get it, but there's a little bit of slack. If I hold everything tight, and then I do a little bit of a twist, it takes all the slack out of the knee. And it really makes everything tighter, guys, right? So when I'm doing this with this hand, I'm gonna do it without my bottom arm so you guys can see how I finish this. I grab over here, and then I take the slack out a little bit as I go for D-bar, right? So I'm doing this with it, right? Because that's keeping him from turning the other way. Now he can't turn anywhere with that. So then all this is doing is keeping it here, guys. So it's here, here. That makes sense? Guys, so my head's on it. My head's over the top of it. My top arm is cupping the heel. And my elbow's tight, because that's keeping his heel in place. Then my other hand is under, here. This is where I'm at, guys. That make sense? Questions? Play with that, guys. Get it? 1, 2, 3.